I'm Lauren.
I'm Audrey.
And I'm Brent, and welcome back to Only Child Energy. So we met doing theater, and we've yet to talk about theater on the podcast. So I know it is wild. So we thought we would do a musical theater influenced episode. If you all listening to us are at all fans of musicals, this will be a good episode for you. But also, if you like keep up with Broadway stuff, there was like this trend like 6 years ago, so super recent, where Broadway.com would interview professional actors and ask them about like roles that they've done in this game called Roll Call. And so we're going to play that together as a team today.
Exciting.
If you wanted to know about our musical theater experiences, now you shall. So, okay. The first question, role that you played that was most like you. What do you all think? Role that was most like you.
Probably I did a play called The Revolutionist, and I played Mary Ann.
Lauren Gunderson play, really good.
Yes. So that was probably it, you know. She was the only Black person. Relatable.
Any other qualities of hers besides her race that were like you?
You know, she was sassy and stood up for what she believed in. And, you know, she took no BS.
I love that.
I feel like that's my vibe.
True. Lauren, what about you?
I literally am having such a hard time. And like, I get cast as the ditzy blonde slut most of the shows that I do. And I don't think that's really me.
That's fair. That's fair. Is there any character that you vibed with like the most?
That's what I was like. I'm trying to think. And like, what's really weird is I either get that or something with a really weird accent of like just out of the blue, like weird. It's either the like really pretty or the weirdest of weird, which maybe says something about me as a whole.
Yeah, that's fair.
Those are the only two vibes I got. It's like sexy or weird. I was for a brief second there gonna go Chip because I have played Chip in Beauty and the Beast, and you know, it's a chip, and I don't think that my life is always together, so maybe that's a metaphor.
Solid answer.
Yes.
Kind of there, but not all quite. You know, in the real world, in a not real world.
That's fair for you then. I love that. I'm thinking for me, probably I played Lucas in Addams Family. Nerdy character, kind of cool. I got to wear all my own clothes. So I think that probably says something when you have the wardrobe for the character that you're playing. So, yeah, I think.
I've had the wardrobe for mine, but it's because I have a bunch of old dance costumes, okay?
Sure, Jen. Yeah.
Not because I wear them.
Okay, so then opposite question. Role that was most unlike you. I can go first for this one. So I played Chad in All Shook Up. And if you know that musical, it's an Elvis musical. And I was playing the Elvis character.
I don't know what you're talking about. You are the most Elvis. Out of Austin Butler, move out of the way. Jacob Elordi, who? Like, bye.
Just sinks down, comes away. Yeah, so it was a vibe. I was also in high school still. And Audrey's seen video footage of me singing in high school. What was my quality like back then?
Anyway, it was what it was.
Yeah.
You know?
So what was your role that's most unlike you?
Like Lauren, I also usually get picked as someone who's like very high energy. And as you can tell in this current time, I'm so high energy. I'm the highest of high energy.
For sure.
So probably, even though I did love her, Helen Hubbard from Murder on the Orient Express.
I knew it.
She was crazy. And every time I left the stage, I was like, wow, I'm exhausted. And even people who like came to see me and like know me were like, yeah, that was like, whoa. And I was like, I know. That's why I told you I was like tired every time I leave because that was so much energy used in 2 hours.
So true. Tons of manic energy in that role.
Yeah.
What about you, Lauren?
Yeah, I would have to say Mushnik.
You're not a Yiddish man?
No. And also the amount of times I played a man is ridiculous at this point. But that one was a stretch.
Oh, I also played a nun once.
You did. she got murdered. And then my character walked over and was like, and walked away from her. It's a great moment. Great moment.
I would also like the internet to know that I have played Audrey in Little Shop as well. That's a much better part for me for all future references and casting. I do great as Audrey. I really
Casting
do.
directors, listen up.
Mushnik, you know what? I took one for the team.
Totally did. Okay, so here's an interesting one. What is a role that you've had that you could do in your sleep? Like a role that was like so natural, or that you know it real well still, or those kinds of things?
I think the Countess in Murder.
How so?
I don't know what it, and I do realize that she has a like Hungarian accent through half the show, but I think I nailed that accent. Mainly because my partner is from Russia and it's a very similar accent, so it worked out. Fair. But there was something about the amount of like rage like that she had that like I felt like once I got that down, took over. And I love
the rage within her.
She got to float around stage a lot, and that is in my body. Like,
yeah, I feel like her physicality felt very natural to you.
I could go into that pose of like where she was physically so easily. I had that like I had that pinned down before I had the voice, before I had anything else pinned down, was her physicality.
Yeah. What about you?
I think I have two I've mentioned already, and probably Helen and Marianne. I just was like, yeah. It was one of those things where it's like, as soon as I read the script before I had auditioned, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. These are the women that I'm going to play. It also, I will say, did help that for Marianne, the director was basically like, this is already yours. So
it was a very good fit for like your like physicality, your like emotional arcs, all those kinds of things.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's some roles I feel like I could answer for almost every question. So to be different, I think maybe I'll go with my murder character too, Hector McQueen. I feel like the acting of that felt very natural. I knew how to make him weird and funny. Even though there was like one line I could never deliver correctly. But aside from that,
you got it one time.
I got it one time. You were correct.
I remember that because you came off stage and were like, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, and then the next night I go to Lauren afterwards. I was like, and she's like, we knew it. We knew it wasn't good the next time. But for beyond that, I think a lot of that role felt pretty natural to me.
My mother
also said to backtrack. I also did just think of another role that wasn't me.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Mrs. Soames from Our Town.
But the thing is, that was another role you did really well, though.
Because I don't think she was meant to be high energy. I think that's just I was like, oh yeah, this woman's crazy. This is my interpretation.
Okay, next question. Role that you were most scared to play? You got one?
I know this one. Beth.
Ooh, talk about that. Yeah.
That one, and maybe this does tie into being a little my interpretation of Beth is that she's neurodivergent. And so I put a lot of my own like neuro idiosyncrasies, if you will, into that character. And that was it was actually scary to do. There was a rehearsal I had to kind of like sit out for a little bit of it because I was like, this is hitting too close to my own panic triggers. And it looked good on stage, but it was a hard one, and it was scary. And they were like, you have to use your real voice. And I don't really like using my real voice on the stage. I have I'll pick something for a character, and they were like, no, we want your real voice. And I was like, that's even scarier. And not even like Lauren around people voice where I have intonations. I'm like, it had to be very real to a point where I couldn't even put up that mask, and that was terrifying.
So it felt like really personal then?
It was, yeah. And I actively
it was a great performance, so it makes sense that it was personal.
Thanks.
Yeah, I loved it. You were great.
I
didn't mean that. Sounds like I didn't.
You were great.
We do a live reenactment. You were great. Yeah.
I will say no, because Audrey was my biggest fan in that audience, and literally I was backstage going, "That's my friend. That laughter, that's my friend.
That laughter, that's from me."
It is for no one else, and I have to. She's not laughing at anybody else.
Yeah. Okay, Audrey. What about you? Role that scared you the most?
People are going to be like, has she only been in 3 things? I haven't. I have been in other things, but all of my other roles are like very small, or like I'm in the ensemble, so like meh. But again, Marianne, because it was like my first like lead, and it was me and 3 other women, and so and essentially me and like another woman were like not carrying, but like we're kind of the like focal point for most of it. Why are you laughing, Lauren?
Because I know the stories behind this, and you're like, oh, we were carrying it. And I said, you carried that show on your back. We all know it.
And also, I usually play like more comedic things, and there was a part where she had to be very like serious and like angry and sad all at the same time. So I was like, I hope this doesn't come off insincere.
Is there like just a bigger like acting lift?
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Like comedic, maybe it depends on everyone, but I think comedic characters are easier to get into. You find the comedy, and then it kind of rolls. Versus like when you have like a more serious arc or a serious scene, you have to sink a lot more into it, I think.
To make it believable, it's like what you said. To make it sincere is so hard, and people can see through it so fast.
Absolutely. For me, a couple that came to mind. I was in Arcadia and I played Valentine. The character itself was not scary, but like that was the longest monologue lines I've ever had. Like I had like a 2.5-page monologue about math theorems, and I'm an English person, so I had to start by like actually just understanding the words I was saying. I didn't know what an algorithm was. I do now. I know Lauren's the STEM girly in this room. I didn't know. Okay.
Well, I also just would like to point out to future playwrights, don't write a 2-page monologue about physics or math, just in general. Nobody cares.
I mean, that's Tom Stoppard for you. He writes very complex stuff. Because the thing is, like, even when I deliver it well, no one's going to understand what's happening.
No, and the ones that do, we hear it all day. Like, that's my afternoon lecture. So I'm like, if I go to a show, I don't want to hear it there. Sorry.
I feel. But I think that was because I also have a problem with being word perfect in shows. Like I paraphrase a lot if I don't like think about it. But I was like word perfect with that all of the monologues in that show, which was very like I did a thing, which was cool. So yeah, maybe that one for the difficulty or the scare one. Okay, so two final questions for us. Do you have a role that your family loves the most?
Yes. Yeah. Paul loved the Countess from Murder.
Yeah,
that's his favorite. But that's his favorite show. But my mother loved me in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, where I was just the lead dancer.
But that's the thing. Like a lot of my friends who saw us in that show did comment on your dance scene and the featuredness of it. So like it makes sense that your mom would love that.
That is like out of all 42 shows that I've done in my life. She walks away and she goes, but in Joseph, I think she was just like, I paid for so many dance lessons and now I get to see it. And she was telling everybody in the audience, my daughter's the dancer. Dancer? You'll know when you see. You'll know when you see.
And you literally would. You would.
Yeah.
Does your mom have a favorite thing you've done? Or if you had to guess?
That's really not me being like, my mom does everything I do. I she does, but like probably I feel like it's a toss up between maybe when I was in Little Mermaid, I think just because I was like singing in that. And then I know she really did like Me and Murder, so
yeah. So eel, which eel were you? Do you remember if you were Flotsam or Jetsam?
It is on my resume. I think I was Jetsam.
Yeah, that makes sense for you. I don't know what the difference would be.
You know.
Yeah,
if you know, you know.
Yeah. Fair. Cool. Well, I don't think my dad has any opinions on which thing he likes the most. I think he's just proud.
John.
But my mom, me playing Bob in Jersey Boys was her favorite thing for sure. She came to the receiving line and was like crying, and so then I cried. It was a whole moment.
Yeah, that's what I would 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I could have answered that show for like all of these questions so far that were about like difficulty or fun or those kind of things, because that was an experience of a show. Yeah, which I think yes, keep going, Lauren.
It was like the one that you did without us. I see how it is.
Wow.
True. Well, the thing was,
we didn't do.
It had like we were rehearsing for like 6 months, and it was so hard, and like I don't know, there was just a lot of investment into that.
You
for
took
sure.
Boy band pictures, you know.
We did take boy band pictures. We did.
I get it.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that segues us to the final question, which was role that you would play again, and mine would be Bob for sure. I would do that show for years if I could.
Oh, mine would be Audrey in Little Shop of
Audrey.
Horrors. That's I love that show.
Mm-hmm. I can guess. Would yours be Mary Ann?
Yeah, or I would play Helen again. I guess if I were more age appropriate. But yes, I would like a chance to redo The Revolutionist. So if you're out there, I'm available.
Lauren Gunderson, if your play is being produced, cast Audrey.
Yeah.
You know what other one I would give in there? I would also do Mrs. Sowerberry from Oliver. It's a short, like, I kind of love that part. That was with the like very natural, very. I like anything creepy.
She did have creepy vibes.
Yeah, and it surrounded death, and I really like any show that either surrounds death or I die. Those are kind of my two qualifiers.
That's niche, but it's appropriate for you.
What a
Little Women.
Yeah, you did pass on in that one.
Literally, when they were like, "Do you want to play Beth?" I said, "Are we gonna like milk the death scene?" Yeah.
I'll do it. Yeah. Just looked like the mic was so close to your mouth, Audrey.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that was a little bit of a roll call for y'all. If you like it, I have like tons more questions, and we can do more of these if we do theater stuff in the future.
I would like to do our theater horror stories at some point.
I think that I almost thought of doing that, but I was like, I think we can save that for them.
Later. That's a whole episode on its own.
I would
feel like we have mutual theater horror stories.
I believe that we do, in fact, have those. Yep.
And we might have more soon.
Yes. So we're going to get to the main event now. And we are going to be doing a massive musical theater tier list ranking. If you've not seen tier lists before, it's like where you categorize things based on what you like and what you don't like. But let's go ahead and get into the tier list of the day. Voila!
It's crazy.
It's crazy. So this is a massive tier list of musicals. I know, it's a lot.
I thought it was just the first.
Oh, no. So we're going to go super quick through this. But essentially, the categories are on the left that we're going to go through. The first category is, I don't know her. This is the category for shows that we do not know well enough to comment on.
I feel like for me, that'll probably be a good portion of them.
Mm-hmm. We have Leave It Intermission. These are shows that are so bad that we would want to leave it intermission if we were accidentally stumbling upon them performed.
You accidentally stumble upon a show.
You could. I've ended up at once. Anyway, we have Meh. Meh is just kind of like, it's not bad or good. It exists and it's
You
fine.
should have said mid for the kids.
Oh my gosh, mid.
No,
Mead.
Listen, everybody knows that we are not actual. Oh my goodness!
I love it. Mid. That's what I said from the start. Obviously, we have I'm Invested. These are shows that they're good. Like they're solid. They're good shows. We have Yachts to Be Real Millennials.
Love it.
And these are great. They're great shows. And then I have one special category called Give Her a Tony. And what we're going to do is once we've gone through all of the shows, we are going to each choose one to move into this elite tier. So they are the best of the best shows.
Cool. Oh, I love this. I love this.
All right. So let's get started. 13 the musical.
I don't know her.
I don't know her. Do you know her, Lauren?
Leave at intermission.
Leave it intermission. Okay, 13.
Ariana Grande was in it.
All right. We have 1776. I don't know her.
I don't know her.
Leave at intermission. It is okay. It was prior to Hamilton, but it is the same vibe. But it's also like all men, and so trying to cast it is a nightmare.
So what do you think this would go?
You can put it at I don't know her, honestly, because nobody really does. I don't even think the people doing it actually know her. I
still don't know. They performed it for years. I still don't know 1776. This one is, what does this say? Oh, 21 Chump Street. I think that's that Lin-Manuel Miranda like freestyle verse thing, but I don't know her.
I don't know her.
Spelling bee.
Mid.
Okay, I think parts of it I'm invested, parts of it are mid, so I could go either way.
Sonic State. It was okay.
So we feel mid.
Yeah.
I will say excuse me, as I burp. The I Love You song in Spelling Bee is Give Her a Tony, but I think the rest of it is kind of spelled there.
I mean, I really like the song "My Unfortunate Erection."
It is a vibe,
and it's a cool say that on here.
Yeah, you can.
You've already done it,
Audrey and Lauren. I said "come water" in an episode. I think
several times,
and I've said it again. Okay. 35 millimeter. I don't know this show. I've listened to some of the music and I thought it was okay.
I've literally never heard of that in my entire life.
I've never heard of that. Why'd you pick? Okay.
Well, okay. It's a massive list. I did not curate. We're just reacting to it.
I pride myself on how much musical theater I know.
What is this? No questions. I don't know her.
I do think I know that one. No, I'm thinking of a different one. I'm thinking of the one that they did on the podcast. I think it's like something. It's something questions. Never mind. Keep going. I think this is
42nd Street. I know of it, but I don't have it.
Invested. The tapping in that is beautiful.
Okay, well then for Lauren and for the dance girls out there, we'll put invested.
Okay, this one is A New Brain. Oh, this is good. I've not seen it, but I've read it. I think I'm invested, but I haven't seen it to have a full opinion.
I think put it for mid for now.
Mid for now.
Know it.
Yeah, I'm invested in the words. Addams Family, I really think is a great show.
Yeah, that's a great show.
I think that's going in Yas.
Yeah, I'd give it a Yas.
What is this? Is this Gentleman's Guide to? No. Yeah. This is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm invested. I like that show.
I don't think it'd get Yas, but it's not a mid show.
If that was up, I would do it.
Yeah.
Give her a Tony.
You get one, but we don't do it till the end. Is this a Yas category for you?
Yes. I would play Aida. So
yeah. Ain't Too Proud. I've not seen, but I do like the music.
We'll see. I'm invested.
That feels fair. This is Aladdin.
Leave it in.
Yeah, I think this depends on the people. We'd get DMCA'd. You can't do that, or whatever it's called. Content copyright. Yeah, It could maybe be mid for me, but it's not in the upper, so I wouldn't fight.
It's only mid if it's a professional production. Can you imagine the community theaters doing Aladdin? You leave at intermission. Somebody's coming in on a flying carpet on a skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hoverboard.
Allegiance I have not seen, but I'm sure it's probably good, but I have no opinions.
I don't know what that is.
Amelie?
Yes. Or I'm interested. I would do I'm interested.
I think so. Yeah. I think you'd go there based on what I know.
The music is...
Yeah. American Idiot. Here's the thing. Sometimes I like it a lot, and then other times I don't. So does that leave it at mid for us? What do you all think?
I mean, Green Day is fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't leave at intermission.
No, I'd respect
I wouldn't do the show.
Yeah. American in Paris.
Yes.
Is it a yes for you?
Am I picking all of the dance shows? Yes.
That's your brand.
For some reason, there's 2 of them, so we get 2 yeses for it.
Once again, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Amor, I don't know her.
I don't know her.
I don't know who that is.
Anastasia. See, the thing, this is hard because I love the music.
Yeah.
I love it a lot. The musical, like the show itself, I could care less.
I would give it mid. I would not leave.
Yeah. I'm going to put it high in mid.
Yeah.
Because I do, like, some of those songs are just so good, but it's mostly the movie, you know? That's what makes it so good to me.
Some of the, like, dance, like, ballroom ghost scenes are, like, staged very well, though.
True. That is true. There's a lot of good, like...
But there's also a lot
images.
of...
Yeah.
Yeah. I give it that.
What the heck is this one? Can you read this, anyone?
I had to put on my glasses for this, so no.
Well, that's the dyslexic one.
Well, we're going to put in I don't know her because we literally don't know her. We cannot see her. Annie.
Mid.
Like, I mean, I do like Annie. I would be Miss Hannigan, but I guess we'll go with mid because, like, children.
If you asked 12-year-old Lauren, I mean, that was her show. But current Lauren, not so much.
Yeah. And I don't think it can be leaving intermission because it is so popular for a reason.
Yeah.
Like it's
made
good.
Several movies.
They did.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's something that I'm invested in. Let him be. Let
me be. Like,
okay, the next one, Anything Goes. I think Anything Goes is a good show.
Yes.
My high school did it when I was a freshman.
Are we in invested or yes?
Where did we put 42nd Street? Yeah. Interested, I would say.
Yeah, I think interest. I'm invested. Yeah. Assassins. I think Assassins is a cool show. Have you all seen it at all?
I've seen the promo for it.
A little bit of it in my script analysis class.
I think it'd be I'm invested. I don't think it'd be yes. But I think it's a really good show.
Yeah.
Avenue Q, also a really funny, good show.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it yes or invested?
I think it's I lean towards invested. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not my favorite, but it's funny and it's a good show.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, they have the Harry Potter musical. I love this, but I don't think it like competes with professional Broadway musicals.
No.
You know?
You put that up at yes. So help me. I think it's beautiful what they did. You know.
Yeah. Is this like I'm invested? Or is it mid?
It's not mid.
No, I love a Harry Potter musical, and I've watched this so many times now too.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a professional show, and think about how much joy it's brought so many theater kids on their little laptops watching the bootlegs.
Absolutely. All right, Bandstand.
I've never heard any music.
I know Laura Osnes was in it, and I saw her Tony performance, but I was like, this kind of was like meh to me. Do you know it, Lauren?
That's how I feel about it too. The music's
kind of mid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a park and bark.
For sure. Okay, Band's Visit. I really love some of the music, but I've not seen it.
Okay, I want to see it, and I just missed it while I was in Chicago. It comes the following week, and I cried a little bit.
So it seems like we're invested in it, but it's not really based on our good opinions of it.
No, I just want to see it so bad.
Bear, a pop opera.
Put it in yes, Brent. Just put it in yes.
I am so obsessed with this show.
He's made me watch it twice. Different versions. Different versions.
It's Bear a pop opera. It's about a gay relationship at a Catholic boarding school, and it's really sad.
I also did see a performance of it in a church. So
the thing is, there's something wrong with the script because it's never been done well, but I'm so invested in it. I'm so invested. That might get me my Tony. We'll see. We'll see. Bat Boy.
Don't know what that is.
I've heard it's cool, but I have not seen it. Do you know anything, Lauren?
No, I got nothing.
Okay. Beauty and the Beast.
Taylor.
Is it like mid? I don't know. Where are we at with that?
Well, seeing as how I've done this show 3 times, I'm over it.
So you're leaving an intermission.
I am so done with this show. I've also done a full ballet version of this show.
Mm-hmm. Be More Chill. I like, but it's not at a yes for me.
Yeah, that's how I would say mid or
invested. What do you think, Audrey?
You can put it in mid.
Okay.
Thank you.
It'd be high mid, but Beautiful Carol King musical. I freaking love that show.
That's a good show. It's a good show.
It's a good show. I think it can't get high in yes just because it isn't. I don't know. Stories that are like this. It's like Jersey Boys. I love it so much, but it's not like a new story. Like adaptations, I never feel as strongly about, I guess.
I agree.
Beetlejuice.
Yes.
I freaking love this. Audrey and I saw this with its original cast.
It was good. We did sprint there. So it was a time.
It was so good. So good. Big Fish, I've heard is good, but I only know the music a little bit.
I only know the movie with Ewan McGregor.
Want to keep it like invested or mid for now?
I'd say mid.
Mid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we just don't know.
What is this? I'm like trying to squint and read this.
Xanadu?
I hate the movie.
Is it Xanadu?
I can't tell.
I can't either. Let's put it in I don't know her since we can't tell what she is.
Do we say it's Xanadu?
I wonder because Xanadu would be alphabetically later, wouldn't it?
Oh, they're in alphabetical order. Wow, would you look at that?
So it's a B something, but I don't know. Okay, we'll keep it for I don't know her for now. Okay, Big.
I
don't know. I don't have any strong opinions on Big.
I liked the movie.
I'm about to do the choreography for this show, so I have no opinions right now.
We'll say we don't know her because we don't fully know her yet.
I like the
Some of us know her better than we want to right now.
Fair. Okay, Billy Elliot.
I love Billy Elliot. I mean, the movie. I've not.
Who doesn't love Billy Elliot? Honestly, sorry. If you want to go and cry your eyes out, go see Billy. And I think everybody needs that in their life. Sometimes.
And Tom Holland was in it, so
That's true.
We have to support him.
Yeah, I agree.
Bloody Andrew Jackson.
I
don't know her. Bonnie and Clyde. This is.
You have a personal investment. I would say mid, but like you have some.
I would say mid.
I would say mid. I do like the show, and some of the songs are beautiful, but overall, it's kind of. It is what it is.
It gets stagnant real fast.
Okay, new one. Breakfast at Tiffany's. I didn't know it was a musical. I don't know her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bridges of Madison County. This is a pretty good show. I would say, have you seen it, Lauren?
No.
Maybe mid. I don't know. It has some really good stuffs to it.
Listen to your heart.
Yeah. A Bronx Tale, I've unfortunately not seen, but I've heard is very good.
I also not.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Bubble Boy, not seen.
Cheap Gyllenhaal.
Oh no. Any opinions?
No.
I don't know how you would do that. I'm so confused.
I can't read the font on this one.
It's
by Birdie. Okay. It's mid.
I'll give you that. I love it though. It's a classic.
It is.
I've been in it twice in the same role.
I want to be in Bye Bye Birdie very badly.
I don't care to. It's fine as it's alone without me. Okay, Cabaret.
Yes.
Okay, we had a strong reaction from Lauren. We'll put it to the yes.
What?
What is this? Can anyone read the? This is the trend of this font. This
is it Camelot?
It is Camelot. I think. I would leave it intermission, but I don't know anything about it. That was just a judgment on the nothing at all. Have you seen it, Lauren?
No, but I would probably do the
So,
same.
we had an instinct.
Yeah.
There is a revival of it right now, I think, right?
The revival like isn't doing it any favors.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think so.
They did the
Is it happening
spring
right
song.
now?
I think so.
Or is it Spamalot that's having a revival?
No, they just Camelot was at the last.
Oh, okay.
award.
It's like I just know I saw a TikTok of the guy who was Aaron in the original Mean Girls. He told his husband he got in it, and they were very happy.
The original Aaron is Kyle Selig.
I mean, like in
the movie. See, that's the movie versus the musical. I invested. Okay, Candide, I don't know.
I'm gonna say leave it intermission. I think we had to read the play for script analysis or theater history, and I was like,
Okay, we can leave there. Is it Carnival or Carnival? I don't know. Either way, I don't know her.
I would leave it intermission.
Leave intermission. Okay. Carousel.
Also leave it intermission.
I would as well. I'm just gonna say people have mixed opinions on Carousel. I think it's just a little problematic to like heroize someone who is literally a physical assaulter. Like,
Thank you.
Not a fan. Carrie, the Cursed musical. I'm invested.
It is good.
I'm gonna say this, and you can cancel me, but I only know the music from Riverdale, so
I am gonna cancel you. That's Travis.
Is it a yes for you, Lauren? Because I could agree with that.
I've seen you can't listen to this album. I don't think the album does the show justice. You have to see it. The acting, it's a play. It's really heavily written as a play, and then they have music in it.
Yeah, Bucky's meowing to agree with you.
Yeah, I have a lot. I love that one.
Catch Me If You Can. I think this is a good musical. I like it.
I
don't think it's a yes for me unless it is for you all, but
I've never seen it.
It goes back and forth for me. It's got good music.
Yeah, maybe we're invested.
Yeah,
maybe we're invested.
Yeah.
I would say I do know Cats, but I also don't want to.
So. Cats could have its own category. Should we create a new category for it? Yes.
Don't want to touch this.
Yep.
It's like I know you, but I don't want to know you. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say no.
Just
Cats in there. No. Okay, let me adjust the color. Let's see. Pink. Perfect. No. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Can we also put that as no?
Say that again.
Can we put that as a no?
I could say that as well.
They did it at my high school.
It's such a bad musical. The movie's great, but the musical is not.
Let's have we did this. So they did this after I graduated, and because I knew people there, controversy. The girl that was cast as Charlie, everyone was very confused because, from what I remember, she couldn't sing, and her acting was not great. And then
she's listening.
I don't care. And then the guy who they wanted to play Willy Wonka because he had a Johnny Depp-esque energy to him, couldn't sing. So then they had to cast a guy who could sing, but he wasn't giving Willy Wonka. He's a very nice guy. He does country music now.
Oh.
And so I think he was Charlie's dad. But I just remember people dressed up in chipmunk costumes. Why are you go away?
My guest of the cat is interfering everywhere. Okay, I don't recognize this one. I can't tell.
I don't know.
We'll put it there. We don't know her. Chess. It seems so boring to me. I'm just gonna say that. I know people like it.
I would leave. It's it doesn't. Yeah. Isn't that also ABBA music?
No. It's very operatic.
Oh, didn't the people who were in ABBA make it though? I'm pretty sure they did.
I don't know.
We could look it up.
We'll look it up. You know what? You look it up. The people listening. Stop. Tell us in the comments. Buckwheat, stop.
We're putting Chicago as yes. There's no questioning. And that might be my give her a Tony.
So here's the thing. I actually really dislike the musical Chicago. I love the movie though. And I when we saw it, I was kind of like, eh. But we will allow you to have this in your yes category for you, Lauren.
Bossy! It's bossy!
We will do that for friendship. Okay. Another one A Chorus Line. This is good. I don't know how
it's a
good
good
you
show.
think. Like Invested, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would pick Chicago over Chorus Line, but I love them both dearly.
Totally fair. Okay. A Christmas Story.
No.
Yeah. Is it a no for you?
I have no opinion.
I have no opinion.
I just like, can we stop making gimmicky musicals?
Mm-hmm.
It's like to get people that aren't musical people into theater seats, and I'm over it.
That's fair. It is kind of a like cash grab kind of feel.
Yeah.
I don't know it, so I can't fully comment, but yeah. Okay, Cinderella. This is tough because there are literally 3 versions and they get better and better, I think. Like the revival one, if you've heard the music or seen it, is I think really good. The very original one, I think, is very bad.
I did
I like the
one of
Brandy
these.
one.
Which one did you do, Lauren?
I did it. It would have been in the mid 2000s when I did it, so it would not have been the first one. But
You might have done the one I did, the Brandy one.
yeah, and it goes. Also, just a heads up, I don't know why. I think every time that you drink your drink, a bubble with a thumbs up is popping up on your face. I know you can't see the screen, so we're just gonna let you know that.
Thank you. Hey, everyone, every time that we do the thumbs up, take a drink. It's a drinking game now.
Where are we putting? Yeah.
I would say maybe overall mid. It's like it's done so much that I don't think it's a no, but like I wouldn't leave it intermission necessarily. It's also a very short show. You don't really need to leave for intermission, you know?
Also, we're only on C, and
Yeah. So what I'm thinking we're gonna do is let's finish out the C's and then let's do a part 2 for this episode.
because I don't want to leave it at that, but like, yeah.
How about this? Let's do one more. One of Audrey's favorites.
Yes.
So Color Purple is no, right?
The
I
face.
want everyone to know that we're filming this during Black History Month. So what he just said was racist. So
Don't cancel me. Look, I put it first.
yeah.
I'm an ally.
That might also be. I can only have one. Give her a Tony.
Only one. Give me a Tony. Yes. Alrighty, y'all. Well, that is the end of our first round of working on the tier lists together. We'll do another part for y'all to keep and continue with where we are at with this, and then you will see my thumbs up again that came across.
It just keeps popping.
So weird. But you'll see where the rankings ended up. Oh my gosh, it's back. What is that?
I think it's your microphone.
I'm literally not doing anything. Oh, it's the microphone?
It's thinking that it's like
skirted out of frame.
Okay.
What an unhinged way to end this episode. If y'all have any thoughts on where we put some stuff in the tier list, let us know below. Do the liking, commenting, subscribing.
Gus, how do you feel about cats? Do you think it should just go away? Sorry, Andrew Lloyd Webber, but not sorry. So,
alrighty, y'all. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.